Om Shanti, 18th of January 2025. Morning Murli, Bapdada Madhuban. Heading: Bapdada's sweet, invaluable, elevated versions to be read in class on the day of remembrance of our Pidashri. Om Shanti. The spiritual father is having a heart-to-heart conversation with you children and giving you teachings. It is the teacher's duty to give you teachings and the guru's duty to show you your destination. The destination is liberation and liberation in life. For liberation, the pilgrimage of remembrance is essential, and for liberation in life, it is necessary to know the beginning, middle, and end of creation. The cycle of 84 is now coming to an end, and we now have to return home. By talking to yourself in this way, you will be very happy and you will also give happiness to others. You have to have mercy to show them the path of make them Sadopradhan from Tamopradhan. Baba has explained the deep secrets of charity and sin to you children. What charity is and what sin is. The greatest charity is to remember the Father and to remind others also. To open a center, to use your body, mind and wealth in serving others is charity. To be influenced by the company of others and them to have waste thoughts, to waste your time in thinking about others is a sin. If while doing charity someone commits sin, then whatever income was earned would be finished. Whatever charity had been performed would all be finished, and then instead of being created, it would be debited. For knowledgeable souls, the punishment for sinful actions is 100-fold, because they become those who defame the Sadguru. This is why the Father gives you these teachings. Sweet those who defame. Sweet children, never perform sinful actions. Protect yourself from being hurt by the vices. The Father has love for you children, and so He feels mercy. The Father tells you His explanation. The Father has love for you children, and so He feels mercy. The Father tells you His experience. When I sit in solitude, I first remember the specially beloved children, although they may be about or anywhere else. When a good serviceable child leaves his body, Baba remembers that one soul and gives him a searchlight. You children know that there are two lights here, and both lights are together. Both are very powerful lights. The early morning hours are good. After bathing, go into solitude. Let there be a lot of happiness eternally. The unlimited Father sit here and explain to you children. Sweet children, consider yourself to be souls and remember me, your Father and your home. Children, never forget this pilgrimage of remembrance. You will only become pure by having remembrance. But you cannot go back home without becoming pure. The main thing is this knowledge and yoga. The Father has this very big treasure that He gives to you children. Yoga is a very big subject in this. When your children have good remembrance, that remembrance then begets the Father's remembrance. Children fool the Father through their remembrance. There are some fathers' remembrance. Children pull the Father. There are some who come later and yet climb a high status. The basis of that is remembrance. They pull him. Who come later, yet it is said, Baba, have mercy, have compassion. But in this too, the main thing needed is remembrance. Only by having remembrance will you continue to receive a current and your souls become healthy and full through this. Sometimes when the Father has to give a current so and so, he loses his sleep over it. He has this deep content that he has to give a current to so and so. You know that your life increases when you receive a current and you become ever healthy. It isn't that you have to sit in one place and have remembrance. The Father explains, remember the Father while walking and moving around, while eating your meals or while doing anything, in order to give a current to others. Stay awake at night. It is explained to you children. The more you remember the Father when you wake up early in the morning, the greater the pull there will be. The Father will also give you a searchlight. To remember a soul means to give him a searchlight. You can call that mercy or blessings. You children know that this is an eternally predestinate drama. This is a game of victory and defeat. Whatever happens in fine. The Creator would definitely like a drama, would he not? So, the children of the Creator would also like it. In this drama, the Father only comes once to you children, with love in his heart, with heart and soul, to serve you children. The Father loves all the children. You know that in the golden age, everyone loves each other a lot. There is love amongst the animals too. There isn't a single animal who doesn't live with love. So you children have to become master ocean of love here. If you become that here, that sanskar will become imperishable. The Father says, I have come to make you lovely, exactly as I did a cycle ago. Whenever the Father hears the sound of a child's anger, he gives this teaching. Child, is it not good to get angry? Because you will have sorrow and you will cause a sorrow for others. The Father is the one who gives you permanent happiness, and so you children have to become like the Father. Never have sorrow for one another. You have to come very, very lovely, When you remember the lovely Father with a lot of love, you will benefit yourselves and also others. The Lord of the world has come to you as your guest. Only with the help of you, children, is the world going to be benefited. Just as you, spiritual children, find the Father very lovely, similarly, the Father finds you, spiritual children, very lovely. Because only you are the ones who will benefit the whole world by following Srimad. You are now sitting here in this godly family. The Father is sitting personally in front of you. I eat with you, I sit with you. You know that Shiv Baba enters this one and says, "Sweet children, forget your bodies and all your bodily relations and constantly remember me alone. This is the final birth. This is an old world and this old body is to be finished." There is the saying, when you die, the world is dead for you. For making effort, there is just this little time of the confluence age. Some children ask, "Baba, till when will this study continue?" He will continue to speak this knowledge to you until the divine kingdom is established. You will then be transferred to a new world. Baba is serving you children while being so egoless. So you children also have to do just as much service. You have to follow Srimad. When you follow your own dictates, your fortune is crossed out. You Brahmins are godly children. The children of Brahma are brothers and sisters, godly grandsons and granddaughters. You are claiming your inheritance from him to the extent that you make effort, so you will accordingly climb a status. In this, you need to have a lot of practice of being detached. The Father's first order is, may you be bodiless. May you be soul conscious. Consider yourself to be souls and remember me, for only then will the alloy in you be removed and you will become real gold. You children can say with a right, "Baba, oh sweet Baba, you made me belong to you and gave me everything as my inheritance. No one can snatch away this inheritance." You children have to have this much intoxication. You are the lighthouse who show everyone the path of liberation. You are the lighthouse who show everyone the path to liberation and liberation in life. While walking, sitting and moving around, just be a lighthouse. The Father says, "Children, there is no very little time. It is remembered. One moment, half a moment, as much as possible. Engage yourself in remembering the one Father and then continue to increase your chat. Acha." To the sweetest, long lost and now found lucky and lovely stars of knowledge, love and remembrance from Mother the Father, Bap Dada's heart and soul, with deep, deep love, remembrance and good morning. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Avyakt elevated version. Constantly be a yogi. Just as you put a switch on or off in a second. Similarly, take the support of your body in a second, and then in a second go beyond your body and become stable in the bodiless stage. Come into your body one moment and then become bodiless in the next. You have to practice this. It is called the karmatit stage. Just as it is in your hands whether to wear certain clothes or not to wear them. When there is a need, you wear them, and when there isn't, you take them off. Let there be the same experience in adopting the costume of your body and taking it off. While performing action, have the experience of wearing a costume and carrying out your task. Then, as soon as you finish the task, become detached from the costume. Experience this detachment of the body and soul while walking and moving around, just as you would the detachment of the body and soul while walking and moving around, just as you would experience the detachment of the body and soul while walking and moving around, just as you would develop any other practice. However, who is able to practice this? Those who are completely detached from their bodies, everything connected with their bodies, the physical world and relations and everything else, and who have no attachment. Only they can remain separate. If we able to experience be separate. If there isn't any lightness in your subtle thoughts, if you are unable to be detached, you will not be able to experience being separate. So now each one of you has to practice this to experience complete separation. By your staying in this stage, other souls will also experience being detached. They will also experience this stage from you soul. When sitting in yoga, some souls experience the one who is conducting the drill to be in a stage of detachment. In the same way, while walking and moving around, there will be version of your angelic stage. While sitting here, many other souls who are going to be close in your golden aged family will have vision of your angelic form and your fortune royal form. In the beginning, have version of your angelic form and your fortune royal form. While sitting here, many other souls who are going to be close in your golden aged family will have vision of your angelic form. In the beginning, people used to have a version of your double form. In the beginning, people used to have visions of both the perfect from the Brahma and of Sri Krishna. Similarly, people will have a vision of your double form. As you continue to come into this stage of detachment, number-wise, others will also have a vision of your double form. Now let there be this complete practice, and news will then begin to come from here and there. In the beginning, whilst sitting at home, many souls who were to come close had vision. In the same way, they will have visions now too. While sitting here, your subtle form will do service in an unlimited way. This service now remains to be done. You say all the examples in the corporeal form. Everything is going to happen, number wise, according to the drama. The more you stay in your subtle angelic forms, the more service you angelic forms will do. How long does it take for a soul to go around the cycle and cycle the whole world? So now your subtle forms will do service, but only those who have this stage of detachment, only those who are subtle in their angelic forms. All the visions were seen in the beginning. There were separate visions of the perfect stage in the angelic form and of the effort making stage. Just as they had visions of the corporeal Brahma and the perfect Brahma separately, in the same way, there will be visions of you establishing beyond children, especially beloved children. When the upheavals takes place, you won't be able to do anything physically, and the impact of this would be felt through this service. In the beginning too, there was the impact of vision, was there not? Visions and subtle experience created an impact. In the end too, this service has to take place. Does each of you have a vision of your perfect form? They have now, beyond calling out to the Shakti. Now they don't call out to God so much, but the calling out to the Shaktis has beyond in the full force. So you have to practice this every now and end. When you develop this habit, you will feel a lot of bliss. Your souls will become detached from your bodies in a second. You will have that practice. Now this is the effort that has to be made. At present, there is a need for you souls to be filled with all powers, with your changing powers. Only then will you have the stage of being totally absorbed in love, and obstacles will be removed. Waves of obstacles come when there is less force of spirituality. So at present, before doing the service for Shivratri, you need to have the force for fully filling yourself with power. You may to having programs for yoga, but there is no need to have classes on experience and giving other the experience of the powers through yoga. On the basis of your own power, you now have to give power to others in a practical way. Do not think about plan for just external service, but you need to be looking in all directions. Those who are the instruments have to think about which aspect their garden is weak in whatever way possible. You have to look at the weakness of your garden with a stick eye. may make time to finish any weakness. You saw the Sakar form. Whenever there was any particular way, special service would then be done and special plans made to give Sakas day and night. Special attention would be paid to make weak souls full of power through which many souls used to have an experience. Time was made at night to do the service of filling souls with sakas. So, service now has to be done established specially to give sakas. Be a lighthouse and a mighthouse and especially do this service. Only then we the impact of light and might spread everywhere. There is now a need for this. Just as a wealthy person helps his close relatives in order to uplift them, in the same way, you now have to give specially sakas to all the weak souls who are in connection and relationship with you. Acha. Blessing, may you be truly loving and constantly experience the company of Father Brahma, the one with 1,000 arms. At present, the part of Father Brahma with 1,000 arms is being enacted. Just as your arms are not able to do anything without you souls, in the same way, you arms, that is your children, cannot do anything without Bapdada. In every task there is first the Father's help, while the part of establishment is being enacted. Bapdada is with you children in every through and thought and at every second. Therefore, do not put up a curtain of separation and be separated in yoga. Move along in the wave of the ocean of love, sing his praise and do not get hurt. The particular form of love of the Father is to have love for doing service. Slogan: the experience and practice of the bodiless stage is the basis of climbing a number ahead. Today Baba says detachment. The lotus throne is the symbol of a stage like that of Brahma, of being extra loving yet extra detached. So you Brahmin souls follow the Father. Therefore you, like Baba, are seated on the lotus throne. The sink of a soul being extra detached is that the soul will be extra loved by Baba and the entry family. Detachment means detachment from all four sides. First of all, detached from the consciousness of one's own body. Secondly, detachment from all the relationships of the body through your drishti, your attitude and actions in every way. Whilst seeing the relationships of the body, there should naturally be the soul conscious stage. So, detachment means detachment from the body, bodily relationship and the perishable object of the body. If any object makes the sense organs mischievous, that is, it creates desires, it means that there is no detachment. It is still easy to be detached from relationships, but detachment from the desire of all objects. That is, the attraction to them. Remain in a royal form while being free from attraction. You have also had previously that a clear form of attraction is desire. However, the subtle form of desire is I like this. It is not that there is a desire, but I just like it. This subtle form takes the form of desire instead of it being good. So let there be good checking for this. At the moment you have all instruments, you have them even more so. There is nothing lacking, but whilst having these instruments and using them. The stage of your yoga should not fluctuate. To be a yoga and to make use of them is called detachment. If you don't have something, you cannot say you are detached. You should be able to make use of them only as instruments. You should not use them with any desire or because you like them. You must definitely have this checking where there is a desire. No matter how much effort you make, it will not allow you to become good. The stage of a yogi means the stage that is detached even whilst making use of them. The fourth thing is detached from the old sanskars and nature. It is seen that the sanskars and nature of this old body are very bitter. This also takes the form of huge obstacles in becoming the conquerors of Maya. Sometimes Bapdada sees that the snake of the old nature and sanskars finish, but a line still remains. Then, when the time comes, it deceives the soul again and again. This bitter sanskar makes the soul come under such an influence of Maya that it does not consider something that is wrong to be wrong. The power of relations finish, become detached from this as well. This also requires good checking. When the power of relations has entered, the soul has to speak the 1,000 lies in order to prove one lie. That is how dependent one becomes. So to prove the self to be right is also a thing of being under the influence of your old sanskars. It is one thing to clarify something for accuracy, but another thing to prove it by stubbornness. Those who prove things by stubbornness cannot become the embodiment of success. So check as well whether there is any old sanskars or nature left hidden any away. Om Shanti.